What it do, YouTube? This your boy Q. Welcome back to my channel. Our girls, TLC, legendary group. Now, this video is gonna be basically about how I feel like TLC ended way too soon. You know what I'm saying? They had like a decade run, like 10 years, you feel me? And for them to be so legendary and groundbreaking, you know what I'm saying? I felt like that they had a career that just was gonna take them until now, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, it was different circumstances that led to the group not being able to fully be TLC. So let's jump. Let's just jump into it.
I'm the T-bar.
I'm the leggy left eye.
I'm the C. And the B, the cheers. And that is, I'm the TLC tip.
Well, T-bar stands for my first name, Tion, and Boz is slang for boss, means Tion is the boss, T-bar.
And my name's left eye because the eye is right.
And my name is Chili because I have all the mucho sauce.
Okay, me and T-Boz, we were in a group, this other group, that was a group that auditioned for Pebbles. After we met Pebbles, the third member didn't work out, and that's when we met Chili. She was a dancer for Damien Dame at the time.
Yeah.
So she can elaborate on that.
And Pebbles, after I met Pebbles, I met the girls, and we've been together ever since.
She brought us together. We joined forces.
Yeah.
TLC.
Now, TLC, T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili. The girl group out of Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, early 90s. TLC was not the first girl group or trio to come out and be successful. But for me, TLC was the first group to just be really, really big, you know what I'm saying, mainstream, and being R&B black artists being so mainstream and just influencing and selling out and doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? They brought awareness to, you know, sex, HIV and AIDS, protecting yourself, women empowerment, you know what I'm saying? They touched on so many topics in music, you know what I'm saying? They were also known as being male bashing, you know what I'm saying? Like, but TLC was just so fun for me. Growing up in the 90s, as a kid, as a young boy, I enjoyed good R&B, soul, pop music, and female voices in particular, you know what I'm saying? Brandy, Aaliyah, I love Janet, of course, Michael, Mariah. The 90s, SWV, it was Tony Braxton. The 90s was just the golden era because, you know what I'm saying, it was so many people shining in one time. You know what I'm saying? You had so many greats. You had so many up and coming artists. You had so many in between artists, and everyone had their space to, you know what I'm saying, do their thing. It wasn't just one girl on top or one person ruling the industry. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Michael Jackson was the king of music for a long time and still is to me. But even within his reign, there were still people who were able to break the surface and still do their thing, i.e. Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Janet Jackson, you know what I'm saying, Celine Dion, like the legends, you know what I'm saying, that were coming up in the 90s, you feel me? I know I got all, of course, but TLC, you know what I'm saying? It's their first album, Ooh on the TLC Tip, 1992, was like, it was something new for the masses. You feel me? Like, they were colorful, they were fun, they were relatable. You know what I'm saying? They brought the style, you know what I'm saying? Left Eye was in the forefront of the group as far as like in the beginning, in that album era. But it was just fun. A lot of colors. Again, that was the era of promoting safe sex. That was the era of promoting safe sex. Left Eye had the condom over her eyes. They had the big hats, different colors. You know what I'm saying? They wore the baggy shorts and the big clothes. They were making history and didn't even know it. You know?
The name of the second album be? And I thought about Ooh on a TLC tip, which was the name of the first album, and I said, what does that really mean? It means being on our own tip. So then I was like, well, damn, if I could just come up with one word for that, what would that be? And then I said, people look at me like I'm crazy, chilly, sexy, and Tiana is cool. What can the word be? And I still didn't know what the word was going to be. But it was sitting like right in front of my face. And I said, well, dog, Chilly, even though people look at her like she's sexy, she's silly. She be acting stupid.
Yeah, dog. Break it down.
They say she's cool, but you know, I see Tiana sometimes trying to get a little bit sexy, trying to put on some girl clothes sometimes and stuff. And me, you know, they say I'm crazy, but I'm cool as hell. So I was like, we all crazy, sexy,
I mean, so
cool.
why you get the cool as hell?
See, I didn't know if it should be cool,
you know what I'm
crazy,
saying?
sexy,
Exactly.
or crazy,
You just
cool.
trying to throw on some
So
girl
I just
clothes.
played with it and came up with Crazy Sexy Cool, and that's how it came to be.
94. We got Crazy Sexy Cool, one of their biggest albums. You know what I'm saying? 20 million plus sold. Like, this was one of the biggest albums for them. You know what I'm saying? At the time, they were going through bankruptcy. Lisa burnt down the house. And, you know what I'm saying? Tion was, you know, sick off and on. You know what I'm saying? That era was legendary within itself. You know what I'm saying? People were so hyped and wanted to know so much about TLC, you know what I'm saying, because of, you know, the drama circled around the group, and people wanted to know what they were coming with next. And when they came back strong, they came back hit. Crazy Sexy Cool was the era of all eras for TLC. You know what I'm saying? When you think of TLC, you think of Crazy Sexy Cool, like, period. You know what I'm saying? The vibe, the era, it was like they had kind of grew up and showed a more mature, sexy side of their music, and still promoting safe sex and HIV awareness at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
And we are broke as broke can be. And we're not like trying to be a sad story. If that was the case, we would have been on everybody's talk show talking about how broke we are. We haven't done that. I know it's hard to believe because we've sold so many albums, but it is possible. That's the deal here. So, and we're not happy at all. But for real, tonight, this is all we wanted. We wanted to win a Grammy, at least one, and we won two. And that proves that we are the jam.
Fast forward, maybe 5 years later, you got FanMail. FanMail, for me, is my favorite TLC album. It was like their 2000s, more futuristic type approach to music for the new millennium. Around that time, Left Eye wasn't really present on the album. She was, I think, on like 3 or 4 tracks. As far as songs, she was on an interlude. They kind of integrated her voice from a FanMail era interview into the actual FanMail song when she sang FanMail. But again, that was kind of like a brief era for TLC, because that was kind of like going towards the actual end of TLC. Mind you, they came out in 92. This was around 99 when FanMail came out. You know what I'm saying? They were at like the height of their career. No Scrubs came out, #1 single, like Grammys. TLC was at the top of their game, you know what I'm saying? After that point, Lisa, you know, even before that point, Lisa wanted to go solo. Lisa wanted to release her creative thoughts and energy into her own project.
I have the free reins to do a little bit more than I could do with TLC in a few different areas. Creatively, conceptually, lyrically. And that's what's more important to me, because there are a lot of things that I would like to relay to people. A lot of things that I would like to get off of my chest.
And I kind of understood her on that tip, you know what I'm saying? Destiny's Child was able to do that, and I felt like even if T-Boz and Chili didn't want to go solo, I felt like they should have still like given her that, like, okay, well, you know, do your thing. Do your thing. That's what you want to do. But let's come back after that and let's do our fourth album, which we come to next, which is 3D, which is the album released in 2002. Sadly enough, Lisa left out Lopes. The L in TLC passed away April 25th of 2002 from a car crash, which really pushed the group into a very, very, very weird space.
Thank you. I want to start off by saying God is good. That's the only reason we're able to stand here tonight. And I also want to thank Lisa's family. Even if they don't recognize it, her mother, her brother, and her sister have given us tremendous strength. I also want to thank MTV. This is a big honor. Lisa would have been very happy. And I want to thank TLC's fans. We have the best fans in the world. And because of the fans, that's a big part of the reason why we're able to remain T-Boz and Chili at TLC. Thank you.
This is so hard because it's such a reality check because it's only two of us up here. And she's so missed. But we want to thank everybody for your support and being there for us. We really thank you. We love you guys, and we know that Lisa's smiling, and we just hope that she's proud of us right now. Thank you.
You'll have T-Boz and Chili left. They didn't want to replace Left Eye, which I understood, and I would never want them to replace Left Eye because I wouldn't have continued to listen to the music. But it really changed things. It changed the dynamic incredibly, and it really showed the impact that Lisa had on the group and how, for me, Lisa was that kind of gel that kind of made TLC what it was, because of her different flavor and bringing the rap to the group, her different antics and things. You know what I'm saying? She brought a lot of attention to the group. And, you know, it changed things dramatically. And I did a video on how on that album, Lisa only recorded one song for the project, but they kind of used her voice or vocals from different tracks or unreleased tracks from her Nina and Supernova projects for songs on 3D. So it kind of felt like that album really wasn't, in essence, like TLC, because it was kind of like a thrown together album. It came out maybe a couple months after her death. Fast forward, decade and plus some years later, TLC released TLC, the self-titled album. Single Way Back with Snoop Dogg. When I listened to that album, I couldn't get into it. I can't lie. It was just so much going on. The Way Back track, I could get with it. It was cool. It was smooth groove, laid back, all that. But the rest of the album, it was just like a bunch of songs. You know what I'm saying? No real concept, no real theme. And in the past, you know what I'm saying, when it came to the titles of the albums, the looks of the albums, and all of that, you know what I'm saying, creatively, Lisa was the one who came up with those ideas. You know what I'm saying? Creatively, she you know, took them to different levels with her ideas. So I just felt like that TLC ended too soon. You know what I'm saying? To have like a 10-year career and then it's just like cut short, like just like that. You know what I'm saying? For me, I feel like for them, like they were like, dang, you know, we were just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Because they were moving so fast and doing so much within those 10 years. Mind you, coming out in 92 and the last album coming, well, their last album as a trio with Lisa being involved or whatever, being released in 2002. So a 10-year span. So what y'all think about it? What y'all think about TLC? Like, I love TLC. Like, they brought a different creativeness to the game. You know, they weren't like ballad singers. They didn't have extravagant voices. They just brought swag and confidence, and they brought awareness and looks and ideas, and they just changed the game of music in so many different ways. And for me, they are the biggest girl group of all time. And that's just on period. So, you know, let me know what y'all feel and think down in the comments. This is your boy Q, and I'm out of here.